yes, we are live. Hello Twitch. Hello 2022. Gems Discovery stream is back on track. We're here to find diamonds in the rough and nifties in the wild. Welcome everyone. So our New Year's resolution will be to bring you these streams more often, more regularly. So we're kicking this off like the second week of January. Thanks for joining everybody in the stream chat. We have a brand new episode for you, dedicated to now completely to everything that's happening, all the activity on the Wax blockchain. We talk about some weekly drops, have some interviews with interesting artists, and today actually we're super international. We're spread across the whole globe. We're in 3 different time zones. We have Jana from Europe. We have our special guest Jason right now being in California, and me in China right now. So yeah, I just said like special guest. We have Jason here. He was the latest addition to the .gems team. We're super proud to have him. And the main topic of this call will be like the project that we've been working on for the last months together. And we'll give you guys an introduction. But first of all, welcome Jason to the team. Welcome to the live stream.
Hey, thank you. I'm good, man. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, awesome. Super good. And Jana is also here joining with us. This is going to be like a cozy, cool, nice, sweet, comfortable conversation. If you guys want to do anything, have further questions in the chat, you know, we're reading the chats, and we will later do some giveaways potentially, you know, as we always do. But yeah, how did you guys get into 22? And what do you guys think will be like this year? Will it be like another hype year for NFTs, or will there be like some other things coming up in the crypto world? You know, we will see as we do these streams more often here, and hopefully weekly. We will find out, covering what we think about what's going on the Wax blockchain. So yeah, that was a question for the both of you. Like, Happy New Year. How did you get into the year? How do you feel?
Well, I feel pretty good about it. I think it's a nice year for crypto. It's a good start. All the technology that's been coming out last year, we had a nice little run. And I'm really excited to see what 22 is going to bring. And I hope to bring some stuff out to the community as well. And yeah, I'm super stoked on 22.
Yeah. So happy New Year, everyone. I'm super excited for 22. It's so much stuff going on. I was asked yesterday, what are you working on? And I couldn't even mention everything. Too much. It's super exciting. Love it.
Yeah,
same for everyone else in the stream.
Absolutely. So yeah, basically what you see here, the 3 of us, yeah, Jana, Jason, and me, we're you might know that Jana and I have been working on virtual graffiti battles and have been doing like street gems for a while, and now we're adding with Sk8coin the next kind of street discipline, street culture, urban culture discipline to our roster here at Gems, and it's all about skateboarding. In the real world, in the metaverse. How can we, how does skateboarding culture interact with NFTs? And the first thing that you know we think about putting out, or which will come out, and what we want to talk about is a magazine. Like, it's a NFT based Sk8coin magazine, where we blend like the world of skateboarding and the metaverse and NFTs together into like a regular magazine, a virtual magazine. And we'll take a look at this right now. And the mastermind all behind it is Jason. So short introduction to Jason. Like, what happened first in your life? Like, were you first like into skateboarding or first into NFTs?
Oh yeah, I've been into skateboarding since I was about 12 years old. This is like almost 30 years ago. So definitely been into skateboarding first. been skateboarding all my life. I have a real big passion for skateboarding. It's done a lot of things positive for me. It's kept me out of trouble. It's opened up opportunities in my life. It's a way for me to express myself. And yeah, as far as NFT goes, it's kind of recent. I'd say about 3 years ago. It all started on Cent. Before that, I was more into the crypto coins like everybody else back in the boom. It's like the 2017 boom where everything exploded, and it really caught my attention. And I was like, well, what is this stuff? And when I started researching it, I saw like, oh, this is more than just like some weird scam or some weird future stocks. These are actually like, well, we all know what they do, but they're like little like miniature stocks of you, or so like whatever project you're working on, the coin would represent like what you do. So if you're into Sk8coin, these little tokens will represent your contribution on a super micro level.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And as far as NFTs goes, like I was saying, it all started on Cent. I met some people from there, a lot of influencers that they're out now. One of my really good friends is Rizzle. I was presenting some of my stuff on Cent, the love handle stuff I do, which is it involves different things made from recycled skateboards. And I was kind of putting it out how to make them and stuff on Cent through a post, and I got a DM from my friend Rizzle. And I didn't know him or anything. And he was telling me, hey man, these are cool, but maybe you should, make something else. And I was like, okay, I'll start talking to this guy. So we started talking, and I told him kind of what I do. And I had made a coin called Sk8coin. And he was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And I didn't know at the time, but these are all like the people that are really into crypto and they love crypto and they're here early. And I was just like, okay, cool. Like crypto is a coin. I didn't know that it was actually like these artistic things that represent everybody's passions and creativeness. So I started researching it more, and I saw that they were posting these NFTs. And the first ones I really got into was marble cards. And I saw what they could do, like with the links and stuff. And I was kind of really inspiring to me. I was like, man, this is like world-changing technology, just this like little card marble game. And I'm like, okay, researching it more and more. And I didn't know how to make them. I didn't know even what they were. I thought maybe there was like a special program you used or something. I was never really into Photoshop. I've always kind of been into graphic arts, but I've always just kind of tinkered with it, So I asked some questions, and no one really knew too much how to do it. It was still kind of early. Then I figured out, okay, you just find these minting platforms and you upload your art and you mint it out, and now you have this non-fungible token, right? So there wasn't many use cases back then, right? Everything was art-based, a lot of it. And so, okay, this is art, digital art that we can sell with these crypto coins that we were talking about earlier. Okay, that's cool. Ethereum, I get it. I kind of missed all the punk stuff and all the CryptoKitty stuff. I didn't really know what it was, And so I started kind of tinkering with my own stuff and minting my own stuff. And I was like, okay, I kind of understand what this is, right? Then I started thinking about, well, what do they do? And this was before utility was a big thing. It was really more about art, like who can make the dopest art and who can compress their GIFs, to make them look the best with the limited amount of space that we have on these minters. Because when it first started out, some of these minters were like 3 megabytes, right, or something that you could barely mint anything. But as time started going on, they got more powerful, and it would start to I would start to mint my stuff, because a lot of my files are big, and I don't my graphic art background is limited, right? I'm not an expert. So finally I was like, okay, cool, I can mint my own stuff. And so that was cool. I met Rizzle, I met Matt, I met the Moose and everybody on there. Got to know a thing, and then COVID kind of hit. and it kind of slowed me down a lot. And was working at a hospital at the time.
Oh.
And so I was really busy during that time. So I kind of like didn't really follow too much what was going on, but I was still there in the background. And some stuff happened on set, and a lot of people, they started concentrating on Twitter a lot. And so Twitter kind of took over as like where all the people started hanging out. So one of the marble cards that I was into, right? I had minted. It was called Crypto Bomb. I had this great idea, right? I was like, oh man, what can I do here, right? How can I make my NFT different? So I said, okay, I'm gonna put like a wallet on the marble card, and I'm gonna say, okay, people can donate to this homeless person on the cover of the marble
like
card.
A QR code, like a QR code wallet.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. It was a QR code, right? I stole a homeless guy off of the internet, right? The picture, and I put it on the marble card, and I put a QR code on his cardboard. Did a little bit of cool, what I thought at the time was super advanced graphic arts, right? I copy pasted my code onto him, and I published it, and I said, okay, everybody, here's my marble card, check it out. If you want to donate to this man, we'll feed him. You know what I'm saying? So, please help us out. Rizzle's really cool, man. He was into it. This was back when ETH was pretty cheap, right? ETH was like, I think it was $100 or something, 120. So Rizzle would always throw in like 0.01 or 0.03, and I'm like, oh, this is sick. Like $3 just came in, and then $4 just came in, and I would offer little prizes. If you donate to the Crypto Bomb, I'll send you a prize, right? I'll send you another marble card. And people were kind of into it. This was back when exploration was huge, right? Everyone is figuring out these cool use cases. So everybody was kind of like stoked on it. And I was like, yeah, man, this is cool. Long story short, it accumulated a small amount of ETH. I think it was 0.6. And it wasn't too much back then. I think it was like $70 or something. And it kind of sat in there for a while. And that's when COVID hit, kind of disrupted everything. And I did my hospital thing. And I used to deliver the COVID medicine in the hospitals, and I did that, and COVID started to kind of wind down a little bit, and I saw that Ethereum had exploded, and I was like, oh wow, this is sick. Like, this is what crypto does, right? Because Ethereum was doing good, Ripple was huge, and then everything kind of died. We all know the story, but then it started kind of making a comeback. I said, oh man, ETH is blowing up, and let me check my Crypto Bomb. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what's in there. I look in there, and sure enough, that exploded, and there's like the $600 in there, which is not a great deal of money, but to just some dude who doesn't know anything, first it's $60 and now it's 600. It's like, oh shit, like we got some money. I want to go, feed the homeless people like I promised, right? And I haven't connected to my sent friends for a while, so let's do this. So I went out. I bought a bunch of food, threw it in the back of my Jeep. I had contacted Terrain Handle, which is he's actually on the cover here. He's a good man. Yeah, he's my homie, big time, big part of this project. And my other friend, Ado Films, he's in the white paper. He's one of the claimable NFTs. He filmed everything, and we went out and we did it. No questions asked. They didn't ask me for nothing. They didn't hesitate. They were like, hey, this is cool. Why not? Let's do this. I'll help you out. So we did the little food run. I have a video on it, and I had posted it on Twitter. I contacted Rizzle. Hey Rizzle, man, check this out. What's up? How have you been? Check it out. I did the run. Thank you. It worked, and he was like, yo, this is sick. Like, let's talk about doing a big one, right? There was a little bit of conversations in between there, but long story short, we decided to try to do it like a real one, right? A bigger one. And Rizzle had contacted a lot of money. I'm sure everybody really kind of knows who he is. If not, he's a super talented Ethereum artist. Day one homie, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's incredible pieces. Leader of the pack. And I told Rizzle, yeah, man, it'd be sick, like if a lot of money like did some stuff, and Rizzle had DM'd me back and he goes, are you serious about working with a lot of money? Like I could probably make that happen. I was like, dude, I was almost joking when I was saying that, you know what I'm saying? But are you serious? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool, man. So we decided, a lot of money would make up some tokens, right? Some food tokens. he did some space tokens, some alien food, and he did a lot of us from France. So he wanted to do some French food. I was like, oh, that's sick, cool. So a lot of was on Ethereum, and he made his tokens. And then Rizzle decided I should make some tokens, right? And at first, I was kind of still learning the graphic arts. And once I found out a lot of money was involved, I thought to myself, shit, man, I want to like better step up my game a little. You know, so did some research.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, you know, like seriously walking in the shadows of giant, you know. So yeah, I mean, I was so honored, you know, to even be thought of even close to anywhere now that level. So yeah, so I did a cool little mock-up for Rizzle, and it's actually the cereal box that's on somewhere on where actually you guys could find it. It's like a Lucky Charms meme basically, and I put a lot of money on there as the Lucky Charms guy juggling some tokens, and Rizzle told me, hey, this is pretty cool. Like we showed it to a lot of money, and a lot of money thinks it's cool too. I was like, yeah, and I was like, okay, man, we're gonna do this. We put them up for sale. And they sold out. They sold out real fast, and we raised about $14,000, maybe a little more in today's Ethereum. And I started doing food runs. We went to San Francisco. We went to Venice Beach. We went all over the general area in LA, and we did about, I think it was 5 runs or so, and then they're all documented, and fed a bunch of people, and that kind of led to where I am now. I did a show with Matt and Rizzle, and we explained what we did, and that's when Martin had contacted me on Twitter and said, "Hey, man, this is cool stuff. What you're doing? You know, let's do more." And they have their graffiti battles, and I started making some Sk8coin NFTs more and more, and we decided to collab, and it's basically led to this magazine that we have here that everyone's seeing. And that was a really long rant, but
no, it's beautiful. Like,
yeah, but that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened.
Story time.
I'm pretty new to the streaming world, so I'm the man behind the NFTs, and pretty shy dude, but yeah, man, that's the story.
No, it's a pleasure to have you, and I like hearing all this, you know. I think at the essence, you learned what like the positive side of crypto and how it can rally a community around like either a small cause or a big cause. You know, you can find your tribe, you can create NFTs for it, or you can create your own coin, and it's like, you know, it doesn't matter. An economy can be small or big. In the end, people that are involved can benefit, and it's like because of the decentralization, like, and the trustlessness, we can actually build something. What you put in, you can get out. So it's not something that's loose or it can be taken away. So this, like, through this early experience with the marble cards and like raising funds for a cause that you find and seeing the resonance, I think this is something that we can do on a global scale, right? So it's beautiful. And the other thing that you explored were utilities before people were thinking about utilities, you know, and I love this too. And I think there's a lot of stuff that we can explore in the Skate magazine, in the Sk8coin magazine over time, like, since it's like a reoccurring issue, and it's open to other people to come in as well, to feature their story, or we can feature their NFTs, or, you know, do another food run, do another crypto bomb NFT that people can claim, or have another QR code there, or another cause. So really giving this a platform and trying to build this further is the purpose of this magazine. Like my first stage, like in adolescence, was punk, and I really like the self-made fanzines where you just like with a copy machine, like go into the shop and you like write something or you draw something and you just copy it all out. And this is for me, like, I can relate to the Skate magazine as an open platform for where photographers can do their stuff, you know, everyone can put their stuff in, and I like it, you know. Which, yeah, let's get into like what we put in here for the first episode, and what people can expect. Like, it's open for everyone to read, right? Like, similar to all the other NFTs, you know, you don't need to buy it to look at it, to appreciate it, to get in contact with it, to learn about it. All that's it. But why do people buy it? What's the magic there? I mean, you're obviously like buying something to support something. You're buying something to show that you collected it and supported it early. It's like a trophy, you know, it's something to show. But there's some other things in there, right?
Absolutely. So this thing is really inspired heavily on my Marvel card experience. I saw what they were doing over there with their links and stuff, and I was like, you know, this is incredible, the way you could link things together, right? Like on these NFTs with QR codes, with claimable stuff, all kinds of cool stuff. So it's really a link-based magazine. There's going to be hundreds, if not thousands. I know that's kind of exaggerating it a little bit, but there's many links inside this magazine, and everything leads to somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And this episode is really the first of many, and it's not quite as advanced as it's going to be, but yeah, I activated a few pages. Yeah, I think let's dive into it. So the first thing we have here, right, is we have an NFT, and it's based on flipbook technology. And like I was saying, it's a lot link based. So we'll go ahead and click a couple links on here.
Right.
First one is the wax.
So one thing that I want to, like, first of all, like the NFT that people buy, that's not the flipbook page. The flipbook page, the interactive part, is there for everybody to view. But when you purchase the NFT, you get the special perks hidden in the magazine, right? It's basically you buy a key to get access to all these links.
Right, exactly. So you'll have this as basically a whitelisting, would be the NFT that you buy. And that will give you access to actually be able to claim what's in the magazine. But if you just want to read the magazine and check it out and enjoy some cool skateboarding and some street culture and some game reviews, and kind of check out what's going on in the street verse, right? In the metaverse here that we're incorporating street culture into. You can just read the magazine, you can check it all out. But to actually claim the links, right? Here's another one I'll open up real fast. It's just get a little bit of a lag. It's just Instagram, right, to the skater, so you know who you're dealing with and everything's legit. And then you can click here and it's going to take you to the website. So yeah, I just put 3 here on the cover, so there's already 3 links, right, that we can interact with. I'm gonna go ahead and open her up, and the first page here we see is one of our riders, Giselle, another great dude. As some of you might know, not everybody, but he's actually been sponsored by Martin and Gems. They're very interested in seeing where this goes. And basically he'll just provide some footage and some drops to Street Gems. And in return, they can put their logo on his card and stuff like that. And he'll maybe tag them in social media. And it really can go as far as the imagination goes. You know, they can contact Giselle, see maybe if they might want to come do a demo somewhere. Who knows? You know, it's really up to you and your skater. It's still in closed beta, but if you want,
we're talking about the decentralized sponsorship right now, which is one of the aspects of Sk8coin, right?
Yep.
So, but the clickable NFTs, like, I can only get them when I own the Sk8coin magazine cover, the NFT that we're actually going to sell, right?
That's right. So you can go ahead and enjoy like the content, and some of the links you'll be able to click to follow where it goes. Like you'll be able to click here and go to the Love Hamels website. I haven't activated anything, and I don't want to show too much because I don't want to ruin the surprise for the readers. Right. But as Martin was saying, in order to click the NFTs, yes, you would have to buy the cover, which is, we're gonna probably put it on the market for about $9.99. And most of it is just to support the project and support the skaters behind the project. Everybody will probably be able to get some royalties at some point and everything. That's all being worked out how we're gonna do that. But yeah, all the skaters, they've all been contacted. They've sold me the rights to their skating at a very, very, very low price. Some of it free, It's mixed. Some of the skaters, you know, it takes these guys hours and hours to get these tricks, and some of the stuff they don't want anyone to see. They want to use it for their new video part. So a lot of this stuff is all love. It's donated to me. Like this was given to me by Brandon. He's an awesome dude. Probably talk about him at some point. So yeah, in this magazine it will be fully interactive. So one of the parts, these haven't been activated, right? You click here and there's nothing. You can just kind of zoom out. But if you click here on the video, you get a nice little visual.
Nice.
Yeah.
I dig the sound.
I love the sound. This is one of my favorite posts of Brandon's. Back here. So you'll be able to claim this NFT. I haven't activated it yet, but this is one of the NFTs you'll be able to claim. You'll be able to claim these and many links, but I'm gonna go ahead and skip up a little. This is some virtual reality graffiti battles we're working on, a wombat that we're working on. And this is, I wanted to concentrate on the community and like a community-based magazine. This thing goes pretty deep. There's a lot of things we're gonna implement. It's actually going to be a social media site in itself at some point, to where you can join, you can sign up, you can like and follow everybody from here. Skaters can post their content hopefully, but as of now we're still building, we're still learning. So, but part of the thing you can do for the community is offer ads and stuff like that and reviews, however you want to work it, and you can play the games directly from the magazine. So if you like what you see in the game, you can go ahead and try it out, right? Just click play now. We did a wombat interview, a review a little bit earlier on hot sauce and stuff, and they're able to they let us stake some of our stuff on gems, the hot sauces, which is really cool. So I haven't staked for a while, so I thought I'd go ahead and give it a try and restake. I'm gonna cuddle my wombat, right? I'm gonna give him the loot, and we send him back send him back into the dungeon. Okay, cool, works nice. I got $3. This is beautiful. This is sick, right? This is real, guys. As long as they
this is again utility of NFTs. You know, just to those collectors that collect and actually research these games and try to like give feedback to the games, try it out, so the developers can improve the utilities. You know.
That's right.
You get just paid. You get paid for trying it out and potentially giving feedback or reporting bugs. All these utilities for NFTs are still early, and like when you're in a community, like a community is the reason why something is successful, and by doing these things, you're helping to promote it. But yeah, like the thing is, like we talked earlier about like this. The magazine itself is actually also a pack, right? So it's, for me, it is like the most beautifully designed pack ever.
Yep, you know what it probably is. You know, I'm sure there's something out there. I never like to say never out in the crypto world, guys. I really don't care who you are, but I can almost bet that you're not the first to do something. You know, before this stuff even became popular, there was guys out there, tinkerers, right? Dan Larimer, you know what I'm saying? Vitalik, all these dudes, Sushi Man, you know, Sushi Swap. All these dudes are building stuff way before this stuff is coming out. So. Having said that, you know, because everybody loves to be the first, and I really love to be the first. I honestly doubt that this is the first crypto book. I bet you find something out there, right? There gotta be something out there, like Marvel cards, right? This is just it's a giant Marvel card, right? So this is the guy from the cover. This is Train Handle, right? It's an interview. We're gonna skip all this because I want to let everybody enjoy this when it comes out. I'm gonna back up here though. So here's another community aspect of what we're doing. This is my new friend Byron, right? I've met him. We talked to Tina a bit. I'm really into his stuff. I love his zombies, and one of his projects are these sketchy heads. I'm really into them, so I said, you know what, this is kind of a good way to showcase some thanks and some love for Byron and for what he does for the community, right? So think of it as an ad, right? A free ad. So we love Byron, so you can check and click on these things, and this is his sketchy head pack collection. Really nice. I love his stuff. Yeah, and you can support his stuff if you want, right? Directly from the magazine. If you're reading it and you like this stuff, yeah, maybe I'll check this out.
Definitely.
So sick, right? Byron, here's his drop. I think I'm actually gonna grab one.
Smooth.
Yeah, I got some of the stuff. Okay, drop claim successfully. I think we all know Nifty works. We don't have to go into my wallet. It's in there. It's definitely in there.
Yeah,
right? Okay.
definitely.
So super sick.
Sweet.
Super
6 more
sick.
sketchy ads for you.
That's right. And you know, if everybody watching this, if you want to see some sick ass sketch art, dude, like Byron's the man. You can follow him here. Right.
Yeah, and he's working so much. This guy has an output, it's insane.
Whoa.
So much, like.
Oh, so I'm not following. Yeah, I'm not following him because I'm on the cool guy stuff that I learned from Rizzle. Sk8coin doesn't follow anybody. Right.
Right.
No favorites here at Sk8coin. And oh yeah, we broke 1,000 followers, which is super sick. Thank you, community.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Congrats.
super stoked on that. Give us a follow if you like what you see. If not, you know, just enjoy. There's a lot of giveaways, so as you see here, we're gonna give away some white listings and stuff. So that's another part, right? You can follow directly social media with the artists and projects involved. So now we're here, we're gonna move on to the white paper. It's starting to get juicy. I'm gonna let people go ahead and read all this, you know, we don't have to get too heavy into it, but basically skateboarding made its debut early in back in like the 60s, 70s, right? It was kind of like a hobby. No one really took it too seriously, but people were still making money. And then it changed in the 90s, it got crazy and started getting really big. And then when YouTube came out, right? Web 2.0, we all know what that is. People started like advertising for themselves, right? They're using YouTube to advertise their skating. Some small community-based projects popped up and some people actually got pretty rich. I don't know, you know, you can take that word and interpret it however you like, but people got rich, right? Money-wise, they got fame, right? Yeah. Now we're moving into Web3, which is this, right? This is the next level. And these are the problems we're trying to solve, right? The industry is crazy right now. There's so many skaters. There's no way that the industry can sponsor everybody, you know what I'm saying? And what that does is it kind of stifles innovation, right? And progression, because kids start to get a little bit discouraged, right? They might be so good and they see people that aren't even as good. And if you skate, you know there's a difference between a good skater and a bad skater. And there isn't really a such thing, right? As a good or bad skater. It's kind of an art form. But there's skill levels, you know? So some of that might be highly skilled. There's no room for them, right? And they know in their heart, man, I work hard, I skate hard, I can do anything. And I'm not moving anywhere on the ladder. So now we're gonna give these skaters a chance to actually monetize themselves, right? Because on social media, Instagram is huge and skateboarding is insanely huge on Instagram. There's probably millions of skaters, right? On Instagram. So I basically like to call this whole Sk8coin thing hashtag skateboarding, right? I want to take the skaters from Instagram and stop Mark Zuckerberg, basically, right? The mean Zuckerberg, the bad guys, right? From just like, I don't know how he profits obviously off of their content, right? And all the skater kind of really gets is like a little bit of exposure and some likes. With this, we're able to like let the skater post his stuff and eventually we'll have a marketplace. But right now we're using like Atomic and stuff like that, where a skater can post his NFTs and they can get a little bit of money, you know? They can get enough to maybe buy some wheels that month.
Continue skating.
Yeah,
because a lot of skaters, like when you're pro, you can live from skating, you can continue developing your style, you can make a career, but it's not just about a career, it's really about like developing your style. You can continue to maybe not work full-time at some point. You can continue skating for longer in your life if you can support that. And you can also build your own fan base. It's not just local people that know you. If you put your stuff out there, you know, and people buy it and collect it and trade it, there's way more exposure for you there.
Yep. And for the skaters, it's kind of like a new way to build content, right? Because early it was like no such thing as videos, right? And then videos started becoming a thing and skaters started making money off of videos, and that was enable them to buy more skateboards, you know, keep skating like you were saying. And now I want this to kind of be like on a micro level, right? Because that's really what crypto is about, guys. I know people are making millions right now, and it seems like all you got to do is buy a coin early and you're going to get rich. But that's not what it's about. It's not about massive amounts of money. It's about very small amounts of money, but massive amounts of people. See what I'm saying? So if you can get massive amount of people to give you a small amount of money, we're talking pennies, it adds up, guys. You know, I saw it with the Crypto Bum project. Donate to these skaters early, right? You give them a couple pennies, you give them a couple bucks, you consume their art, you save their art, you know, you support them in the long run. And if they're smart, they'll hold their coins, right? 2-3 years from now, those $5 that you gave them is going to be $50, $5,000, right? Who knows, right? So depending on the skater's skill level, right? People will support their drops. Those are like, I kind of consider like micro sponsors, right? That would be like the first level of the sponsorship, of the decentralized sponsorship, is just supporting the skater on a super small micro level. 50 cent cards, you know, dollar cards. If you like their tricks, you go ahead and pick up a couple cards, right? And we're gonna make sure that the skater gets most, if not all, the money. Yeah. We kind of all know how it's working, you know?
Yeah, and yeah, we know how it's working, but I imagine, like, I mean, we talk a lot to artists and try to bring artists on the scene, but like, and then they're kind of always like, NFTs are still like something that people are hesitating with, or it's awkward. You still need to do a lot of like convincing and onboarding. What's your experience with talking to the skaters? Because they're not necessarily digital natives.
No, not at all. To be honest, the skaters, it's they don't really understand the concept. Right now, NFTs are blowing up, so I'm getting a lot of DMs and stuff, and a lot of new people want to come on board, which is awesome. But as far as like them onboarding, like a lot of them have wallets, but they don't even know why they have a wallet, right? They just know that they sold some NFTs and Love Handles hooked them up, you know what I'm saying? And they like it. And all these dudes used to mess with me before with my Love Handle stuff, and they're like my social friends, you know, on the media platforms. And they've always been super cool. They've always been like, yo, man, use whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? I like your Love Handle stuff. That's cool. Please, you know, use my stuff. Now that there's a monetary thing, right? They're like, hey, maybe this is something. Maybe we can get paid for our clips. So yeah, man, let's make some NFTs, right? Use our stuff, do whatever you want with it, but let's make some drops, and let's see if we can get some support from the community and keep us on our boards, right? Right. Especially now, you know, today's economy, everything's skyrocketing. People are losing their jobs due to certain restrictions, and it's a really good time for you to start monetizing yourself. You know, let's not rely on YouTube where they can ban you at any time. Let's not rely on Twitter, you know, where they could like shut off your account. Let's do this for yourself. You know, stop making Zuckerberg rich. You know, stop making everyone else, you know, getting all the meat off of your work. You know, so with 3.0. That's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to make this really easy for the skater to make a micro living off of these things. And that's the part, that's the monetization part of everything. The other part is the open ledger, right? Everything on the blockchain is transparent. If you want to know how much the skater has made off his NFTs, you just click a link. You know, if you want to know how many NFT he has, check the blockchain. You know, everyone is familiar here with that, but the skaters still don't understand that, right? So sometimes I'll get up. Go ahead.
You also know like which skater probably needs you need to buy some NFT so he can buy his next board. You know, you also know like, okay, he didn't get enough of the pie. Let's buy some of his NFTs because I want him to continue to shoot footage.
Exactly. That's what it's really boils down to, is supporting an artist, right? These are street artists to the max. Skateboarding, if you know skateboarding, you'll know what it is. It's more than an art. It's more than a religion. It's like a way of life. And this is the ultimate way to express yourself. You know, the tricks that you choose, the way you choose to like land it and everything. It's called style. And it goes really deep, right? Style, we can talk about this a whole show on style. So yeah, that's the open ledger part. And then the decentralized sponsorship is kind of what we were talking about, you know. There will be a bigger way to sponsor if you want to. Right now it's a closed beta. If you were interested in sponsoring a skater, you can DM me, you can DM Martin, Jana, and see what kind of opportunities there are to do like a bigger sponsorship where they could like wear your clothing out there in the wild, or push your brand on social media, help other skaters get aware of your stuff, and at the same time you can support the skater with a larger donation. And those would be like much more rare entities. You would have access to his drops and number ones and stuff like that, as more of a personal relationship between you and a skater, and it would be more of an exclusive access to that skater. And,
yeah, similar like when you own the magazine, you get access to the links. Like if you own a certain amount or certain amounts of a certain skater NFTs, then you get access to, let's say, a special chat or video footage or whatever it is.
Exactly.
Like, actually, that's Web 2. That's the Web 3 for me. Like all these special smaller communities access, definitely.
Yeah. So we're super excited to roll this in soon. It should be fully operational within the year. Yeah, but if you do have any questions or you're interested in anything like that, please contact us. You can contact me on Twitter, Sk8coin. All right, so moving on. All right, I think this is what we've all been waiting for. Okay, so we got the tokenomics. We can go on into this very briefly. There'll be other opportunities and papers and shows where I get really more in depth to the tokenomics, but basically there's a billion tokens, and these are ERC20 tokens, and I want to bring 100,000 or so onto Wax. And when we do that, we will burn some Ethereum tokens, right? Almost kind of like a bridge. That's a manual bridge for now, but everything's going to be automated at some point. Okay. And we'll be distributing these tokens in like airdrops, giveaways, contests, the usual methods, right? And hopefully we'll discover some new ways. And so one of the first things we're going to do, this is heavily on the play to earn concept and the read to earn, right? I want people to earn money for reading my magazine. Again, guys, this is on a micro level. So the more you read, the more you make, and stuff like that. And there'll be all kinds of games, hidden stuff, Easter eggs. We promise to really bring an immersive experience here, to where if you do your reading and you really concentrate on this magazine and you're into it, you're gonna find stuff that other people aren't gonna find. And again, this is all free to read. This is all free to read. Everybody can check it out, open it, read it. But if you want to actually play the games and claim some of the tokens, you'll have to hold the token, the cover. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to claim this Sk8coin. This represents one Skate token, right? I think on Ethereum, when I had the liquidity in there, they were up to like 40 cents or something. And V3 came out, and I decided that we might scale it back and turn them into stable coins. We're still kind of thinking on that whole tokenomics and how we want to do the coin. But long story short, this is one Sk8coin. It's in the form of an NFT. Okay, so out there's a billion Sk8coins, and one of those skate tokens is actually tied to this, right?
Right.
And this is the Wax version. This would be the Wax version of the Ethereum token, and I call these token-backed NFTs. So we're gonna claim this. I've been waiting all night actually to claim this baby. This is just a claim link, right? The actual magazine will have a drop. Okay, there'll be, if there's 200 magazines, there'll be 200 coins to claim. Not one more, not one less, you know?
Right.
So let's click it again. It's probably gonna tell me that it's been claimed.
Yeah. I think the first transaction went through.
All right, so I have my skate token now. Okay, so our whole object here is to gain these coins. So I'll go over these coins very quickly. Okay, so this is one Sk8coin. This is 10 Sk8coins, right? It's just 10 of these.
The green one is 10.
The green one would represent 10 tokens, so that your wallet's not like filled with a bunch of red freaking bearings. You know what I'm saying? You can compress them. These will actually be packs, right? You'll be able to unpack them and get if let's say there's a blend that only calls for 2 red ones and you have a green one, you'll be able to unpack it and get all the red ones out and use those 2 red ones to play the game. Next, we have 25 Sk8 tokens, right? It really represents, this would be like Wax G. That's Wax E, or this is Wax E, Wax G. You know what I'm saying? That was the original concept, but it's kind of the colors of Wax.
Right.
So this is 25 Sk8 tokens. I don't have them activated. You can't claim them right now. Some earlier I released the white paper a little earlier, and people were able to claim some of these. So that's pretty cool. So they're definitely out there in circulation. So our goal is to claim this one. This is the wax back token. This one will always have a wax on it, and you'll be able to burn that to release the wax, or you'll be able to hold it. Right. One of the first tokens I ever sold was one of these red ones, and I had put 100 wax, I believe, was on there, and it's like the wax was 3 cents. And someone bought it. Yeah, someone bought it, and I think there might be one out there somewhere, but this thing is worth like $50 now. You know what I'm saying? And it was a $3 token when somebody bought it. So it's really nice to hold these things. I'm really into hodl, right? This is a hodl game. You want to hodl your tricks, guys. If you have 10 kick flips and you think, oh shit, I have a bunch of commons, what the hell am I gonna do with this? Bro, the kick flips are one of the most important tokens that you can get, right? Because you're gonna be able to turn those kick flips into multiple tricks. For instance, you put 2 kick flips together, you're gonna be able to blend a double flip. You want a 360 flip, you're gonna blend a 360 shove it together with a kick flip, and you'll be able to get the 360 flip, which will add more value to that token for future stuff like staking and what you can get out of the blender when you blend these things, higher level tokens and different pieces to build, right? So we're gonna try to get this wax. We want this wax, right?
So that's an NFT that's backed by wax.
This is an NFT that's actually backed by wax here.
One wax is in there, right?
One wax. It'll always be one wax, no matter what. It's like a stable NFT, right? Backed by wax. You can see there's only one of one. It's free, but there's a problem. Only accounts whitelisted with special conditions or a private link can claim this drop. So how we get it? These are the tokens that you're gonna have to blend together, right, to gain access to this token. I'm gonna save everybody the drama. Y'all can copy paste or whatever if you want to check it out. So let's go back, and we're gonna gain access. We're gonna get that whitelisting token. So
how do we do that?
Right? So here's a wheel. This is one of the NFTs we're gonna need to blend this right now. This is so guys, this is actually the first cross blend token that's ever been created. We just didn't have the technology to implement it, and our friends at NFTblocks beat us to the punch. So now we're using NFTblocks to go ahead and blend this. It's on the market for $40. I don't know if that's a good price or not, right? It's really in the eye of the beholder. Right now, there's only 2 on the market, so I think it's pretty justified. And I can tell you right now, this isn't financial advice or anything like that. These things are powerful. Okay, let's go back. Normally, if you needed this, right, you'd have to buy it from the market unless you had cracked it from one of the VRGB Season 0 packs. We're currently giving those away.
Everybody follow the Twitter. Like, we do massive giveaways for the leading up to the VRGB sessions, the VRGB 2, Season 2, which we will be probably talking about in the next gems. And the Sk8 wheels will be in the packs that we give away.
That's right.
So continue.
All right, so let's go over to the blender. It's part of the game. This is part of gamification of this the mag. There's going to be all kinds of cool little things. So this is our little baby. This is our cross blend token, right? This is a Sk8coin, one Sk8coin, and this is the wheel that Jana had made for me when we collabed. Super grateful. We go down to the description of this token. So I just want to say thank you to Street Gems for making all this happen. Can't express my gratitude enough. Let this cross blend be a symbol of our 2 projects merging together to help push the space to new levels. This token will unlock many things. I can't wait to see what the future brings, right? So sweet, it's looking like I'm gonna have to do some adjustments because it was pretty late when I put this together, and this is actually not gonna be available for a day. So let's show everybody what's going on real quick. See if I can do this real fast.
You want to redo the blend right now?
I have to change the time for us to have access to the drop. Shouldn't take too hard here.
So NFT blocks is super powerful. In the last year, they have added so much functionalities. They had created their own token. You can do super blends. You can really easily do packs. Everybody that wants to check out doing wax NFTs, if you know, you gotta use the tools on NFT blocks. Really, kudos to the whole team. So much user friendliness in one under one hub.
And there we are. Oh, it ends in a day. Maybe I was tripping. Okay. Let's see what's here. Ends after 1 day after blending.
It's live and direct.
Yeah,
you need to first choose them, right?
Yeah. If you wanted to maybe ask some questions while I figure this out, I'm not sure why it's not letting me blend.
Do you need to choose down there from your inventory?
Oh, that's what it is. That's exactly what. Thank you, Martin. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so I have selected these two. These are the two NFTs that we need to blend, right? This would have represented something that we had bought from the market, but luckily I have one.
Right.
I bought some virtual reality graffiti packs back in the day, and I got a lot of ammo, which I'm super stoked on. Yeah. And here's the token that we claimed earlier from the claim link, number 69. Nice, man. I don't want to burn it. I don't want to burn it.
Yeah, you can choose another one.
Yeah, I don't want to burn my 69, right?
Don't burn the 69.
We're gonna burn.
You can just unclick it and click 68.
Yeah. So guys, when you collect these things, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is like 7 cents, right? It's not a lot of money, but so you can invest a few bucks in these things and have a nice juicy arsenal of blending power, because you never know what blends we're gonna throw in there, right? Could be one of a lifetime blends.
Right.
So let's auto select these babies, and let's go ahead and blend it. Super excited. I hope this works, guys. Yeah. This was all done on the fly. Blend successful.
Blend successful.
Right.
Out of stock.
NFT blocks, guys. Check out NFT blocks if you guys are, trying to create NFTs. It's a very, very powerful tool. Shout out to NFT blocks. I love you guys. Thank you for what you do to the community. For the community, it's very, very, very awesome stuff. All right. So now we're gonna go back to the white paper, right? And this is new technology, guys. I've never known a white paper where you can claim stuff from before, so that's kind of cool. I thought I'd throw that out there and pretend I'm the first. Yeah, pretend I'm the first again. Yeah. Hopefully I am, right? Everybody wants to make their mark in this space, so that's really what I'm trying to do. I love the technology. I love the community, and I just want to put my 2 cents in, right? My 2 tokens. I want to put my 2 tokens. Envelope. Yeah. Okay, so let's see if we can get this yet. Looking nice. No more whitelist. It's gone. This thing is ready to claim, baby.
So because you did the blend, you have now the token to access this token.
That's right.
Right.
And So having went through the steps to play the game, I'm gonna actually be paid to play, right? I'm gonna get a wax for the hard work that I did, the clicks. By the way, everybody, this is like I was saying, it's a community-based magazine. So every time you click on the mag, somebody gets a hit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gets a small hit. That's another micro contribution that you can contribute to the developers and stuff. Give them a hit, give them a like, give them a follow. Okay.
Right.
So we're gonna buy this for free because we have access now.
Right. This we make sure that we can give away free promo drops, but are not botted, right? Because you need access, you need to be whitelisted.
You have to have the cover to be able to claim tokens, right? You can interact with the magazine, you can read it, enjoy the content, but if you want to actually play the game and gain the benefits of the tokens that are inside, you'll have to have the cover, which would be the NFT that's going to be on sale shortly for I think like $10, $9.99. And again, most of that stuff is going to go back to the project, if not all of it. and you guys can enjoy some cool collectibles and some whitelist tokens. And like I said, it's a hodl game, guys. You really want to be careful what you burn, what you blend, because I'm full of surprises. You know, Martin's full of surprises, and we're really looking forward to bringing you some really cool stuff that you're going to do with your tokens. So hodl. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show everybody my shit, right? And there it is.
By the way, this weed.
Yeah, that's my stuff. This is my sketchy head I bought. I can't wait to open this later and see what I got. I'm almost done with the collection. Here's my Sk8coin that I had, right? I still have my token.
That was for free. That was for free in the magazine, right? You buy the cover, you get a free Sk8coin.
That's
then you
right.
can use this Sk8coin to blend the Sk8coin VRGB cross blend to super blend.
Exactly.
And
Nice.
then you got the mint one, right? Is this now a mint one?
No, these have there's definitely some of these on the market. It looks like there's 100 something out there. So
Okay.
yeah, that's already, you know, that's already 50 wax or so floating around the community now, which is awesome, right? For however people may gain this trade, right? Send somebody a trade link, give them a Street Fighter card for a wax. You know, you don't always have to use the wax tokens you have. You can use the wax back NFTs that you have for many different reasons. I still haven't figured out if you would get this when you burn it in the blender, but you will be able to burn wax in the blender, guys. So that's another community-based aspect, right? Part of crypto is let's burn this shit, right? Let's burn this shit. Let's reduce supply, and yeah. So that's another way of burning wax here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna claim my wax. So you see everybody, I have 600 wax. That's cool, nice round number. I'm burn this baby. I want to claim my wax. I want, you know, I did a lot of hard work, you know, and I want to get paid for my reading.
Right.
Boom. Again, everything is on
like
the
a
block.
charm.
Yeah, everything's on the blockchain, guys. Every transaction that's ever been made, you can see every sale, every buy, every trade. Wow. And there it is, 601 wax, you know? So I just made some wax, right? Which is hopefully sustainable, right? But a lot of tokens, you know, start out and then, you know, the mechanics don't work, the tokenomics was off, and so this is all experimental. But we're trying to solve that problem.
We can do these experiments on wax, right? Because we don't need to pay any transaction fees. It's like super fast. It's the interactiveness is really there. Like this blind was you. I mean, you did. I think a total of 6-7 transactions right now. I didn't pay anything in the end. Like for all the effort, for all the play to earn, even the withdrawal, whatever you want to do, you're not paying anything, right? You got it makes sense when you do these mechanics and you want to experiment and you want to test it and you want to have play to earn models, that we don't eat your profits with transaction fees.
That's right. Yeah, micro transactions make no sense with gas. I don't care if it's Matic, Binance, I don't care what it is. You know, nobody wants to give up a bunch of pennies that they took 2 days to earn earlier. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I chose wax. It's a big reason how I ended up on wax and decided to shift production over to wax and building over to wax from Ethereum because of that exact reason. We all know wax is gasless, right? It's a staking system, proof of stake, and it's based on the EOS technology, right? Wax is our stepson. And
same protocol, EOSIO, yeah.
Same protocol, yeah. So that shows what the power of EOS can do, right? You can fork EOS and make your own EOS-based code, and now look at Wax. They're probably the biggest NFT platform in the world, you know, and definitely easiest to use in my book once you kind of get the hang of the staking system and stuff, and the fact that you need RAM. You know, it's not too hard to learn, but once you have that down, yeah, it's free transactions, guys. Just like Alcor, right? You can actually make a few bucks on Alcor flipping tokens, you know? You just wait for it to go down and make that transaction, and there's no gas. So you don't get taxed. You know what I'm saying? We're not getting taxed by the miners, which is cool. I don't mind supporting the miners, right? But when shit gets out of control and you can't even sell a $5 NFT without paying $600 in gas, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense.
You're not gonna sell it.
No, and that's part of the reason why Ethereum is so expensive. It's like, you know, Ethereum should be meant for art. You know, they lost a lot of their developers to other chains because it's not worth It's not worth it. So we can spend a year talking about the flaws of Ethereum, but it's still Ethereum. It's our mother chain. Always gonna love Ethereum. I support everybody on Ethereum. Absolutely. But gas, you know, I'm gonna make a fart noise. You know what I'm saying? You know, screw that, bro. It's not for microtransactions, right? They kind of lost their whole thing, but it definitely provides a huge amount of value to the community. It brings in, you know, top influencers, people that like to flaunt their money and stuff like that. I don't want to throw out names, but all you influence out there, you rap stars and everything, you know, come on, man, get off Ethereum and let's start doing your own stuff, build your own stuff. Okay, having said that, let's move on. Those were most of the links that I had claimed and activated, but there's a few more, I believe. So stuff like this, you'll see that some of the, you know, the white paper is alive, right? It's alive. These will be things that you can claim.
Nice.
Yeah, here's like a quick roadmap. You guys can go over it when you read the magazine. Guys, we're still in alpha. We're slowly moving into beta. Martin is making that happen. And but at the time being, we are right in between beta and alpha. And I really can't wait to move to the next level and really start testing this concept. This is Austin Curry. We were gonna have a chat with Austin, but it's really early over here for the skaters. So we'll leave that for another time. But yeah, we promised to get some skaters on here for some one-on-ones and stuff. But these will all be claimable. These ones are gonna be claimable through a pack. So you'll be able to claim all these. Yeah. So there's like, I don't know, 5, 6 in here. I think we're gonna make this a 7-pack. So there'll be 7 Austin Curry photographs, right? He concentrates mostly on stills, but he's a great filmer too. He has a lot of footage. We just picked up some rights to some of his footage, so we're going to be bringing you a lot of good Austin Curry stuff. And as Martin was saying,
the photography is great.
Yeah,
I really like the angles that he's choosing. Like
this one's incredible.
Filmers and photographers, you know, they're there's also important for this community, and they also have a chance to find a way to monetize their content, right, through the NFTs.
That's right. Yeah. The filmers, not sure exactly how we're gonna do it, but I want to build it into where everybody gets something. You know what I'm saying? So if right. Brandon gets $5, I want the contract to spit out, you know, 50 cents at least or something like that, right, to the filmer. Some agreed upon percentage rate between the filmer and the skater. So for life, 10 years from now, oh hell, 100 years from now, when Brandon's grandkid is rolling around on his skateboard, he's going to be able to make money, right? I hate to throw that word around. It always sounds so weird, money, you know, but he'll be able to make tokens, right? Value off of his grandfather's skateboarding, you know, or his great grandfather's skateboarding 100 years from now, right? People will still be trading these tokens, hopefully, and they will be getting us, you know, a small cut. You know what I'm saying? And who knows? Right. This could be worth $2 million to Brandon someday, this little picture, right? Which is free for people right now. So that part still hasn't been hashed out right now. Just a disclaimer, all the tokens you buy, Love Handles will be getting the secondaries, which will go all back into the project. But yeah, each skater is going to have their drops and we're going to figure it out. And when you actually start supporting these skateboarders, you know, on a bigger level, everything's going to go to them, except for whatever it would take to sustain the project. But we're thinking 80% at least is going to go to the skaters, and like 20% or so will go back to the magazine. And we're also going to build in some stuff where the homeless people will be getting some of this profits, if that's what you want to call it. We still haven't figured out exactly how we're going to do it, but that's for sure, because homeless people and skateboarders, we have a pretty strong bond. Whenever you're trying to land your trick or you're trying to use a bench or something to do your trick, there's a fucking homeless dude there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're cool. Sometimes they're cool, man. They got stories for days. Sometimes they're not so cool and they're trying to hit you with shit. But nevertheless, they're there. They're always there at the spots when you want to skate, right? It's just the way we do it. And they're our allies. They're our friends. They're always there. Make us feel safe sometimes, right? Because sometimes we go to these skate spots and we light up the spot at 2 a.m. and we stay there for 3 hours trying to get a trick. And we're there all night. And sometimes it's a 14-year-old kid and his friend. And yeah, I feel kind of safe. There's a homeless dude over there in the corner. If something was to happen, at least there's somebody there to help out, you know? So there's many aspects of how skateboarders and homeless people are tied together, and in some cases the skaters themselves are homeless. A lot of them can fly out from different countries. They fly out from different states, live in their car, you know, live with friends, and this is a way for them to get out of that situation, to use their talent, their God-given talent and their skills to actually make a small living and keep this skating like we talked about earlier. And so all these will be links, right? This is like, I really respect Blockchain Cards. He was kind of there in the beginning as a peer. We learned this stuff together, and he just got verified on Atomic, which is super sick. Yeah, congratulations.
Congrats,
bro.
I always thought like his logo looks a little bit like a skate wheel.
Yeah, no,
you know,
I always
like
yeah, I can't wait to work with him. I'm gonna contact him. I hope he's down for it. But yeah, it'd be sick if we made him a wheel, you know, a blend wheel. Yeah. And maybe he could sponsor a guy and stuff like that. But yeah, this is another game review. I'm a big fan of this game. This is review. It still needs a little work, but it's Metal War.
It's also play to earn, right?
Big time. It was actually one of the highest play to earn and most successful games on Wax, but like any project, it got too successful, too fast. They got a little ahead of the developer, and the game lost traction. And now some people, it's a freaking scam, but it's not. It's super. There's super advanced technology behind that game, and they just did a bunch of major upgrades with some blending. Now you can blend your tanks into more rare tanks and stuff like that. So you should check that out. Definitely when we release the magazine, there'll be links to play the game. And possibly some giveaways, yeah. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. That's what we're looking at here. I don't want to give too much away. You'll have to read the magazine to see what's in it, and you'll have to buy the cover, unfortunately or fortunately, however you look at it. You'll have to spend a few wax to make a few wax. And yeah, I hope this thing brings a lot of value to the community and the skaters involved. And I'm just really super stoked and really proud of this. And thank you for everybody who's making this happen. And yeah, that pretty much wraps up the magazine.
I'm super stoked about this too, man. This presentation was once again multiple mind explosions when I really like where this is going, man. Like there's so much potential into building out this platform. So one thing about we need to still release is the final drop date, the date when we're going to sell this. So people should really start following Sk8coin Wax on Twitter. And there we're going to announce the date. Also on Street.gems, you will hear about it. We will do more giveaways. The price will be $9.90. And what about skaters? If skaters from the world see this video now or stream, or how can they get in touch with you? Would this also be like Sk8coin Wax, or do you have a onboarding form? What's your capacity there? How are we growing this?
So right now we do a lot of Twitter giveaways and stuff. So anyone that's based on Twitter, right, and just contact me on Twitter. You guys can contact Martin or Janet Street Gems. Wherever you feel most comfortable. But if you DM me, I will definitely get back to you at some point. I never believe in shutting off your DMs. It just seems ridiculous to me. But some people, I think they're forced, right? When you have 200,000 comments. So
potentially.
Yeah. So if you want, most of the skaters, as you asked, they're on Instagram, right? This Love Handles was live on Instagram, and it was an Instagram-based project. And all my friends and skaters and people that helped me out in the years, they've all been Love Handles followers. So most of the skaters are Love Handles followers. and people that I've filmed or have like, you know, been involved with at some point, friends of Greg, you know, friends of friends. But you can contact me on Instagram as well, at Love Handles. It's the Love Handles.
The Love Handles.
Yeah, we just look. We're just getting started, so this project is going to be hitting hard soon, and there'll be plenty of ways to learn how to contact us. But if you're watching this, yeah, go ahead and hit me up on Instagram, the Love Handles. You'll see my logo. It's the same logo that's on Twitter. And yeah, I encourage you to reach out if you're a developer and you want to sponsor some skaters and kind of see how this works and help us push this. By all means, contact us. It's still closed beta, but there's definitely opportunities. And there's a lot of hungry skaters out there, guys, and there's a lot of hungry homeless people, and we're gonna feed both of them. Sweet. With your help. Yeah, and super stoked. And yeah, we're also gonna do a food drop soon. I was thinking about New York this time, but that's a whole nother episode. So yeah, guys, thank you for checking in and listening to me rant on about my project, and super stoked to see what kind of value this brings to the different communities. And we will be moving cross chain soon. Our next step is probably Polygon and eventually Binance, but yeah, for now we're going to concentrate on Wax, but eventually this will be a completely cross chain magazine with token drops from all chains and advertisements for all chains. Anybody who's in the crypto space can go ahead and benefit from this free to read and pay to read and or earn to read and yeah, earn some wax while you play this Blender game. And this is just the start. This is just the start. By the time this is done, this blending game is going to be so massive, and there are going to be all kinds of things. Probably Ethereum tokens you're going to be able to blend. We're going to figure a way to bridge that over, and but that's our concept. And yeah, awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you, Martin, you know, for bringing me on. Yeah, super stoked to showcase what we've been working on. I know it's a lot of times that we're on editing together, and it's like, when is this thing coming out, right? Because it's massive. It's massive. There's like
we're still a little bit fine tuning, but that's the fun part, right? And we're already knowing about like the second issue. We have ideas about the second issues. We think about like bringing these out like in a bi-monthly rhythm. I think we already have enough content for the second one, and we could continue working on the first one forever, I guess.
Yeah, no, forever. We really could, because I'm learning new stuff every day, right? And I'm like, oh wait, guys, let's push it back a week. I want to put this on. You know, now we want to animate the cover, and now now we want to add some super blends. So yeah, it's endless. It's a beautiful thing. I really enjoy bringing crypto books in general to the next level, and I really see this taking off, and it's not just for skateboarding. If anybody wants to actually run their own magazine, you can contact us as well. Maybe we can make an entire magazine for you. And yeah, just hit us up with ideas and collabs, and we're super stoked to work with anybody and to help you as a project developer move your stuff to the next space. You scratch our back, we scratch yours. That should be the main motto of crypto. You know, if you need help, we're here. We want to show the world what you're working on, and we want to support you any way we can. And so this isn't just for collectors, it's also for project developers on a huge scale. If you want to advertise your project and get it out to the world, and maybe even use a skater to do that on social media, this is your magazine.
Right. And you just mentioned like the cross-chain aspect. On Polygon will be next one, and then shout out to PageDAO, who are doing some book publishing on Polygon there. We're probably going to cooperate with them, see what they can bring to the table, how the Sk8coin magazine will look on Polygon, because like with each ecosystem, with each community, like this shaping up differently, the possibilities are differently, the collabs will be different, the sponsors, everything will be kind of different, and it's a rush to cooperate and define what we can do with all these technologies. Absolutely.
That's right. And guys, if there's any collectors out there listening, every single NFT you have with the Sk8coin logo is a game piece. So hold your tokens. Yeah, hold your tokens. Don't undervalue them, but don't overvalue them. But just know, everything you have is going to be upgradable. It's going to be a use case for it, for something. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys blend. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Are there people in the chat having questions that we still can answer about Sk8coin. Otherwise, I think we still have a couple of weekly news of other friends and community members from the Wax blockchain, what they're going to do in the next few days. We want to give you a little bit update. What we want to shout out here, let me know. Otherwise, we move on to the next segment of these streams. But thanks so much for this presentation, Jason. Like, kudos to you, man.
No problem,
this is an awesome concept.
Yeah, thank you for giving me a platform to share this with the community. Again, I'm super stoked to see what they do with it. You know, yeah, that's the real beauty in crypto. You bring something out for the community, and somebody in that community is going to take it to the whole new next level. And I can't wait to see what the community does with their own flipbooks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Coolio. So I will quickly go through the other drops that are coming up in this week. Or one of them already happened, I think. Is this the right browser that I want to share? No, that's not. Sorry, excuse me.
You got to close some of those tabs, Mark.
Yeah, right. So this browser has way less tabs.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's funny.
Rapper JRG. This drop is actually already live, and it hailing from Brazil. He's also exploring like music NFTs, putting out his content, building his community with like a bunch of like collectible cards, corporations, you know, cool stuff. The website, like I don't know, like I like what we have a couple of people from Brazil like chiming in with him, but also international. I mean, look the stuff that he's doing. It's pretty interesting. His drop here with Crypto Stash, Senior
nice.
Baseline. He did corporations.
Again, I love like those dudes.
Yeah, man.
I love Stash.
Absolutely. That's the thing. Like we're shout out to NFT Insider.io that we're using to get like the weekly drops, which are all put beautifully together. But 50% at least of the stuff that I see there is collabs of people, because like two people come together. Hey, we need to put a drop together, and so it's like people throw their skills together, and out comes a whole new kind of like style, new project. Maybe it's like a fork of their previous project, or it's going somewhere. We never know, but definitely this one went live yesterday. It's a rap music NFT. JRG super active in the community on Wax, pushing the audio NFT. So there are 83 still available. 5 Wax, $2, like getting,
yeah, not bad.
Not too bad. So we'll share the links to this later on, but you will find all the information on NFT Insider, and shout out to JRG. One drop that's coming up today, UTC 22 UTC, is Stocky Studio. He's also like every week, I think he's dropping something, being super consistent in his style. I love this stuff, super sexy. It's amazing. I really like it. His drop, again, like coming out, here's his drop page on Nifty Blocks. Another thing that I really like about Nifty Blocks, yeah, you can customize your pages. You have the utilities. The buttons are always at the same point. It's easy to orient for the users, but like you can really like brand it for your own thing, make it really look like your own homepage and your marketplace. I really like it. So Stocky, shout out to you. This drop is there's still some available from the previous week, but there will be a new drop coming out, and you can hunt for the low mints. Yeah, in the 2000 UTC today, which is yeah, I'm not sure when it is. In a couple of hours. Another one that's coming out is Blackworks. This is another project that's actually dropping on Thursday. I'm not sure about the time, but it's blockchain agnostic. So they're doing things on Ethereum and on Wax. Oliver Hassel, together with Agora. Agora being another, like basically like a studio working with artists together, helping them to get their production and concepts going, helping with promotion. Blackworks seems super interesting to me. Like I like this style. It's dropping 14th, which is 14th. For me, it's already the 14th. Here in China, it's already the 14th. Yeah, interesting stuff coming out here. Blockchain agnostic, check it out. It's right on the homepage of Agora Ltd.io. And there will be 3 variants of everything. Like basically, you have the raw version on Ethereum, and you have the ghost and the bloody version you have on Wax. There's a nice animation going on, and there's also like you can blend your own monsters together with the black blocks. So each one piece each day totaling in 5, and then you can build your beast. This is super interesting.
Dope. Yeah.
I think that it looks here that there was already. This is a project that already happened, but again, like there's so many people doing creative stuff with the tools that you can do on Wax and with NFTs. Shout out to Agora and to Oliver. We'll share the links later. And now another hip hop collab happening here. Cookies, you guys know Cookies from the Magnetic MCs.
Yeah.
He's cooperating with one of my faves, Senior Lupe.
Oh, hey,
right?
What up, Lupe? Yeah, man.
The grandfather of the Chummy Club. And
nice.
Chummy Friends.
Yeah, those chummies are tight. Those chummies
I love them.
Dope.
Yeah. Little horsies. So he's working together with Cookies.
Nice.
This will also come out. Here you see the artworks. Lost Preachers is the title. Yeah, here you see the details. It's 25 wax. There's only 30 available, and yeah, those Lupa drops they're going fast usually. I'm probably need to stay up to get one. Yeah, but again,
don't
like
sleep,
this is
Martin.
number 8. So yeah, Senior Lupa is really like it's this 18 collaboration. He makes it one of his regular things to find out, identify people, and basically do an artwork with them together. Super cool. And shout out to Cookies and to Senior Lupe.
Shout out, guys.
And yeah, another heavy hitter is brought to the Wax chain from Legend Art. They do weekly drops. And this time they have the access drop with Andre Ochea. So Andre Ochea here, he's pretty much doing interesting stuff with Netflix, Snapchat, Christie's, Adult Swim, and Vogue.
Sweet.
Heavy hitter.
Yeah.
Selling also stuff on Foundation, on Ethereum, has his OpenSea collection up. Cool stuff here, dreamy, interesting renderings. And here you see what you'll be available to buy in 22 hours on the Legend Art blockchain, which, no, not the blockchain, on the marketplace. And they're also having their own marketplace on Atomic.
Nice.
Right? So how do you like these pieces? It's pretty nice.
Super
dreamy,
dope.
pinky animations. So there will be different, you can pay with ETH, we can pay with USD and with Wax.
Nice.
Different edition numbers, time-based drops. That's on the 15th, even though on some advertising it says the 14th, but on the official website it says the 15th. But it might be because they write here GMT +8 in, yeah, probably it's like, that's my time zone. They adjust the time zone, so for me it's the 15th. For others, it might be on the 14th. So stay tuned for that. There's one, I think that's an auction. It starts at $5,000. Has to be a one-on-one, I guess. Yeah, and that wraps up more or less the more interesting drops that I found on NFT Insider.io. We're always trying to look for the artists in the scene. I know there are a lot of games. We do game reviews in the magazine. We might have the occasional game here on the Gems Discovery stream as well. I heard that the blockchain brawlers, they're doing some really interesting stuff in auctions. Those game figures, they're getting really high prices. I haven't seen the game yet, but I think it's about like wrestling or something. It looks like they're wrestlers, and I like wrestling more than I like war games, so I might get more into this.
Nice.
Anyway, we might review this game later on. And last but not least, yeah, Sk8coin Wax. Get into their Twitter, get into our Twitter, get into Jason's Twitter, and there will be giveaways. And they have one whitelist giveaway retweet contest right here. How long is this still running?
They probably got another 12 hours or so.
12 hours?
Mhm.
Cool. So if you're seeing this, you have still some time.
That's right. That's right. You want to get in early, get a jump on the early mints on the Mac, and yeah, go for it.
And I will showcase, because I'm really grateful for what they're doing, NFT Insider. Check out the website if you like, because we bring a lot of stuff out here, and I talk about this really fast. If you want to get more information, go on the website. They also do some interviews with artists, and you can find a nice graphic where you see all the drops. You know, we haven't really covered everything here. Every day there's so much going on the Wax blockchain, and they wrap it up really nicely for you. So
Nice.
Shout out to NFT Insider.
Big time. Yeah.
And shout out to Atomic Hub. Atomic
out.
Assets. Big shout out to them, man.
Love you guys.
They really kickstarted the Wax NFT scene.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Shout out, Jonah.
Cool. Absolutely. And I think that's a wrap for us. So great. Can't wait for the next one. Let's try to do these weekly.
Yeah. Totally. I'm down.
Pleasure to have you on as a co-host, man.
Again, thanks for having me. Yeah, super stoked.
Awesome. Thanks to Jana for managing the stream for us.
Right, great job, Jana.
My heart goes out to all of you.
All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to listen to us.
Bye. See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.